Kal Kadosh, Boker Or, Shavua Tov, Masechet Batra Daf Gimel Amud Aleph. We are by the two dots, which is a little bit more than halfway down, where it says Krived Ravidi Bar Avin Shachiv Veshavak Dikla. So the family members of the relatives of Ravidi Bar Avin, they passed away and they left a palm tree. Ravidi Bar Avin Amar, Ravidi Bar Avin comes and he says, Ana Kariv Natfei. I'm the closest of kin, meaning I'm the closest relative, and therefore he should va'u gavra, right? And another person amar ani karim natvei. So each one was arguing who's the closest relative, right? Remember, when there's a will, there's always relatives. Yeah, understood. Usually say that when there's a will, there's a way. But remember, when there's a will, there's always relatives. Everyone becomes a relative all of a sudden. Hey, this guy, yeah, I'm I don't know what, some type of a cousin, I don't know where, from where. You know how it is. We're all family all of a sudden. So he says, so what happens? So Lesof, after 1 year or 2 years, Odule di'u karit fei. So the guy went and he admitted to Ravidi Baravin that Ravidi Baravin Bemet was actually closer. So Ukum Rav Chasta biadeh. So Rav Chasta went and he gave the palm tree to Ravidi Baravin. So Elmaleh, so it comes Ravidi Baravin and tells Rav Chasta, Lehada li pere de Hechal. Now you understand. He said, no, 1 second. He's giving me the tree now. I want him to give me the fruits from the day that he ate until now. Yeah, you guys understood. Meaning he ate. Yeah, retroactively, meaning he ate from then until now. Let him pay me up. He ate. So, right? So answers Rav Chasta, Amar, he said, Zeu shomrim alav adam gadolu. He says, 1 second. Do you say that people say that you're an adam gadol? That you're a great man? Aman kasam yichmor. On who are you relying on? Ahai, on this guy. Hakamar dana mekarev nitfei. This guy himself said that he's even closer, which means until now he was muhsak in the tree, and he was actually eating it because called dalim gvar. And now only because he admitted, do you take back the tree? So now what? Now you want to come and you always also want to take away the fruits from him, right? How do you do that? You are relying upon him in order to have the tree bichal to begin. So what now? So keep it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Abai v'Rava lo sira lehu had Rav Chasta. So Abai and Rava, they argued on Rav Chasta, right? Lamed Gimel Amud 33b. Why? Kevan de ode, because once he admitted, which means once he admitted that really Be'emet belongs to Ravidi Baravin, so really Be'emet, he has to pay to Ravidi Baravin, because he admitted that Be'emet, it's not true. Yeah? So it comes out actually it's going to become a machloke between Abai and Rava against Rav Chasta. Rav Chasta said, basically, baraka, you accept it and you keep quiet, but that's it, right? You're not going to do anything else. But according to Rabbi, no, he was correct. Come, get the money back. Okay, fine. So the two dots, 33b, the two dots. Imagine the people come, right? There's a field that we have to find out who does it belong to. This guy comes and he says it belongs to my father, right? And he basically got his inheritance. And this guy comes and he says the same thing. So here, right, if you remember the last time we were speaking about what happens if two people come, right? If the two different people come and one brings witnesses on the chazakah plus father and the other one only in chazakah, right? Or on the father and the other one was chazakah plus father. So here you have two different conflicting evidences. One of them is on chazakah, meaning two witnesses come on chazakah that he had for chazakah 3 years, and another two witnesses come and say, but he belongs to this guy's father. So what happens now? So Amar Rav Chasta comes and he says the same thing. Mali shaker. You have a migu. He could have told him he could have just come and tell him, listen, I bought it from you and I have a chazakah. So therefore, now that he comes and he says that he has a chazakah, so therefore he's believed. Right? Why? He could have just said, I bought it from you. And he didn't say he bought it from you. He just says it belongs to my father, and he brings chazakah, he brings edim. Abai v'Rava lo sila lehu had Rav Chasta, but Abai v'Rava they argue Rav Chasta. Why? Mali l'shaker bimkom edim lo amrinan. We do not say migu bimkom edim. Meaning here you have witnesses. The witnesses come and they say that it belongs to the other guy's father. So therefore, I'm not going to say a migu that he could have said that he bought it from you, because since you have the witnesses, right, they're already coming and saying that it belongs to this guy's father. So for a migu instead of edim, meaning in place of edim, against edim, does not work. Okay, and here it's a migu against edim. So ever since it's a migul against a din, that's it. He can't say anything, right? It's like a chazakah that does not have a ta'ana anymore, right? Because he couldn't find the witnesses that belong to his father. Okay, another case. Somebody tells his friend, "My what are you doing in this land?" He tells him, "He says, I bought it from you and I have the chazakah." So he went and he only brought witnesses that he had 2 years of chazakah. Meaning he didn't have 3 years of chazakah, he had 2 years of chazakah. So now what happens? So Rav Nachman says, Hadra ara, hadra peini. He has to give back the land and he has to give back the fruits as well. So here he has to give back the land plus the fruits of the 2 years that he ate. So Amar Rav Zvid says, Rav Zvid, Im ta'an ve'amar leperot yarati ne'eman. However, though, if he came and he said that he only went down for the perot, which means he doesn't say that he bought it from him. He just says he went down as a sharecropper or whatever, or in order to get the fruits, he's going to be believed to do with the fruits that he ate at least. That means he doesn't have to pay for the fruits at least. Okay? So says the Gemara, Lav mi amar Rav Yehuda, Haiman denaki maglev tulaya. Didn't Rav Yehuda already say that somebody that has, right, a magal and a chevel. So there's like a rope and a Sythe. Okay. Usually they translate it like as a sickle, or I don't remember what it was, but okay, a sit. Yeah. Okay. So he says we're talking about the person that has a skith or sickle, whatever it is. Raman, he says, sorry. I'm going to come and I'm going to take down the dates from the palm tree. That's why. Because usually they translate the magal as the sickle when we're talking about like grains and wheat and things like that. Here you're taking it from a palm tree, so you're taking down the dates. So obviously it needs to have a much longer, how do you call this, handle, right? A much longer handle in order to have it. So that's a skith. A skith has a longer handle than a sickle. So it says, so he comes and he says, that I went and actually bought it from him, which means that I'm going to come and take down from the dekel, I'm going to take down the dates from the palm tree, right? That he sold it to me for the fruits. Meheman, he's going to be believed. Why? Because a person will never come and start cutting down from a date tree if it doesn't belong to him. So to hear, a person wouldn't come into a person's field and start eating fruits if it doesn't belong to him. So because of that, there's not a chutzpah that a person would do. Right? Once upon a time, they didn't have a lot of chutzpah. So what happened? They wouldn't. They're going to go in, go into somebody else's field and start eating somebody's fruits. They wouldn't do such a thing. So it says the Gemara, if so, aranami. So why don't we say the same thing to do with the actual land? The land should be the same thing. So it says the Gemara, ara, to do with the land, amrinan le achvish sharcha. We always tell them, show your shtar. Which means, just like when you come and you're going to come and you tell them, listen, where's your document? You have like a receipt. So says the Gemara, if so, perinami, you also have a receipt. So he says, nobody will make a receipt for fruits. Meaning, if you come and you tell me that you're going to eat my fruits for a month or for a year, I'm not going to make you a receipt that you come to on the land, yes, but not on the fruits. Okay, fine. There was another story. Somebody comes and he tells his friend, my bait bayara, what are you doing in this field? Amarle, he tells him, minach zavnit, v'achaltia shnei chazakah. What are you talking about? I bought it from you, and I already have chazakah in it. Yeah? So, aitis chad sada ta'achlat tlachani. He only brought one witness that he was there for 3 years. What do you do now? He has a witness that is 3 years, but it's only one. So what do you do? So Savu Rabbanan, so the rabbis which were in front of Abai thought to say, Hainu Naska de Rabbi Abba. That's the case of Naska de Rabbi Abba. What is Naska de Rabbi Abba? Basically, it's a piece of silver of Rabbi Abba. Somebody grabbed a piece of silver from his friend. They came in front of Rabbi Ami, and Rabbi Ami was in front, right? Rabbi Abba was in front of Rabbi Ami. So they brought one witness that he grabbed it from him. Amaleni told him, of course I grabbed it from him, but it belonged to me. Meaning he agreed that he grabbed it, but he just said, but it belonged to me, and that's why I grabbed it. So Amar Rabbi Ami says to Rabbi Ami, how are we going to come and how are we going to judge such a case? Right? Laidina. Li Shalem, to come and to tell him to pay, there's no two witnesses. Liftere, to come and to make him patur, there's only one witness. There's already one witness. Lishtava, to swear, he already said that he already grabbed it. And if he already grabbed it, so then he's like a gazlan, so he's not going to be believed. And then, so you don't know what to actually do in such a case.